Hello everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. Haven't really been, wasn't feeling pretty good the other day, but I'm okay today. But yeah, welcome back everyone. I'll be working on more comic pages today and whatnot with you guys. I've gotten a decent amount far with the rough stages at this point, so I'm pretty actually happy with how things are going. So yeah, I've been able to kind of delve deeper into the background production of things, and also going through and making sure my character art is where I want it to be, even at the rough stages. So for me, the rough stages are kind of like this mix type thing where it's not supposed to have that much. That is funny. I've been talking this whole time. I'm really a noob streamer again. Yep. Oh well. Okay. Hello everyone. Thanks for coming to the stream. I had my mic off and didn't realize it. I was talking for about 30 plus minutes straight and everything was going good. And I was just like, yeah. And now I feel awkward. Everything was all natural and everything. Yeah. Anyway, so welcome back to the stream. I've been working on this chapter for a bit. I'm working through backgrounds and whatnot. And they've been coming out pretty good. I've given myself some time to make sure that I manage my references well, so that I can actually learn while I draw, and put some effort into making sure my backgrounds essentially have enough effort put into them so that they feel like characters themselves. So I hope you guys enjoy that when you do check out my art or the chapter. Yeah. So I've been kind of going through adding things here and there. Today's stream we're probably going to be, finishing up most of that because they're rough sketches anyway, so I shouldn't need to do too much there. And other than that, we're going to be trying to place in the panel borders that are supposed to be kind of more apparent there, and just maneuvering the artwork into those panels correctly so that we have space for word bubble placement. So yeah. Alright. Now I'm gonna open up this Arizona green tea. I apologize for everyone who was here and thought that I wasn't talking. Yeah, I was here. But yeah, this page is looking pretty cool. I like it. Need to trim some things here and there. Any more things that I would like to get at? There's one page I think I don't particularly. Oh no, hold on. It's a random line. But yeah, there's one page in particular that I don't like very much, and it's one of the last pages. And to me, it just lacks stuff. It just lacks a lot. Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to kind of get over it, but I don't like a lot about it. I don't like the character on there. I don't like this whole thing. Something I need to change the face or something. The pose is okay. I like the pose, I guess, but the guy's face feels different. He also has different like spiky hair edges here instead of here, so there's that as well. But yeah, I want to fix this so it just doesn't look the way I want it to. I think it flows just fine. Definitely is a slower moving type of thing, even though it's fast. Well, actually no, it's a faster moving scene because there's less dialogue on it in these two pages here, and things have a very much skewed perspective, which forces your eye into and down and across the page a certain way. That's cool, but I guess what I don't like about it is the character design. Something about it feels whack. I also don't like this second page here. It just doesn't have the power I want it to have. So I'm gonna be probably working on those little off camera-ish. But yeah, if I work backwards, right? Kind of added in some stuff here with the background. I did these on the iPad or whatever, so they look a little different, but essentially the same thing. Probably want to update the look of this though, so that it's a little better, because it looks a little, yeah, it looks a little hard to read, so I want to change that a little bit. And I think I changed this rooftop joint going on here. Person is essentially on top, and you got this part hanging down. You have like windows underneath of it or something. So also have to change that because I changed the design of the windows on this page here. About here. Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I feel like the smaller joints would be better, but I also think that the bigger ones kind of force you upwards more. Yeah, I'm unsure. Let's see. So yeah. So this is the rooftop design joint that I had going on here. I like it because, yeah, it has this feeling to it, I guess. Sorry, I clicked that. I was looking for my layers. Okay, so green. Okay, click the wrong thing again. Oh, okay, I'm obviously looking for that. Alright, so let me go ahead and look for the layers on the green joint. And I want to go ahead and lasso tool so I can add a shadow here. Something like that. That way we don't even have to say anything. We understand that someone is there. I think I want to definitely clean this up. I don't necessarily want to change it too much, but I definitely want to clean this up a bit, which means I'm gonna have to essentially, yeah, I'm gonna have to change a bunch of the line work. So I think that means what I should do is I'm going to make a new layer. It's going to be that, and I'm just going to go over this. Well, I have to make sure that it is a color layer. Now, oh, and I have to pick green. There we go. So I'm using the line tool for this because it makes it faster. I'm gonna just stick to the shapes that I already kind of created. Okay, that's off. Good to know. Hope everyone's doing okay though. Life has been rough every now and then these days. Sorry if this doesn't look as clear as it could. I'm definitely going to change the way this looks a bit through opacity, but right now I just need it to stay like this for a bit. Okay. And over here, we have this place here. I want to put a right. It's a decent amount of dialogue is supposed to go here, so that's why this extra space is possible, or is needed, or is appreciated. I don't know what I'm going for there, but yeah. I'm gonna put like a wall here. I'm gonna fill this area with other things, just not right now. And then we go up here. I feel like, you know, I can read this, but at the same time, if I'm not about to exactly work on this page, it's possible to forget like little details that you decided on. So I don't want to be in that place and be like, dang, like what was I trying to do with this? So that would suck. Okay, that's a little off too. So we want to do this. Okay, something like that. And then this is going up here. Like this should be doing this then, yeah. We're going for these smaller square joints here. I feel like it'd be cool to make like long windows here. I think that could be cool. Okay. Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty cool, I think. Alright, now to add the rest of these lines. Alright, and now I should be able to grab this area and just decrease the opacity as well. Though I mostly want to do it with this part, so I'm gonna go around. Nice. Alright, let's find this sketch, which is here. Oh, right, okay, yeah. And we're going to cut and paste that. I'm going to drop the opacity to about like 55. So, yeah, I can see the roof and everything a little bit better there. Drop it more, I'll start to lose a little bit more than I want to. Like 34, 35-ish. So yeah, kind of see like what I was going for there. And then now all I have to do is go change the windows on the other page. The page that I do not like very much. And there should be essentially like these 3 long windows, but not like this exactly. Let's go to the green layer, which is already here. Grab this here. There's a way to do this quickly, I believe, so I'm gonna try and do that. So do this. Go ahead and go by this perspective. Oh right, I didn't even pop in the okay, so no, not that. So if he's up there, and this is this part of this roof, and do that. Go across. Do another aspect of it here. This wouldn't even stop, it would just keep going, so nice. Sure. Okay. And now we can start slightly working on the windows. So there should be a little gap. We're going to Angle these down here. Like here. I think that could be cool. And there's like supposedly 3 of these. So, should be well spaced. Okay. We just go across like that. Yeah, if you hear children in the background, I have those. Yeah. Okay. So that's the window joint. That's why this guy's smaller. I want to build this out a little bit more here, actually. That way I can legit have a better, like, feeling of skewed perspective, I guess. This is here. Between. Yo, how's it going, 80s? This should go down like that. This should go here. I feel like, to me, I said this before. Oh, word. I was here last time. I think I came in and stopped by. Oh, word. Thanks. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I'm just, working on my comic here. Trying to get a lot further on it. I'm enjoying it. It's been pretty fun. Let's see that. Okay, yeah. That doesn't look so bad. I'm okay with that. It's great so far. Thank you. Just kind of working through certain aspects of it. Trying to make it decent. Okay, no, I don't need that part there. Yeah, I kind of feel like, for me anyway, my favorite aspect of comics, other than just reading them, is just working on the roughs and more so the storyboarding aspect of it. Just placing things where you think they need to go, and yeah, this is one of the funnest parts. I guess thumbnailing is a big part of it too. Like thumbnailing, I get to literally feel out how it's supposed to feel story-wise, you know, beat for beat, you know, how things are supposed to go down and how they're supposed to feel as you're reading them and taking this information in and getting to the end of that chapter or that story arc, you know. That's really fun for me. Because, like, I don't know much about music, but I assume it's something similar to music where it has a rhythm and a flow to it that becomes apparent when you're creating it. Sometimes when you're reading it and experiencing it, you don't get to like notice it. You're too busy like being affected by that thing. Also, you don't get to know the end. But I don't know if you guys ever, if you ever pick up a book you've already read, or like definitely a comic, you start reading it or checking it out again, you start being able to know, because you know, like, oh, I know this thing's gonna happen, right? If you're like not looking at the final volume or something, right? You know this thing is gonna happen, and when you reread the moment that happened before that, you're met with these feelings of being like, oh no, they really thought that this was gonna work out, or oh man, like this dude really thought he was about to win, or whatever the case. And you actually know what's gonna happen, and then you're reading it, matching it up with the thoughts you have about the actual conclusion. Well, that's what you get to do when you're drawing the story too. But you're literally trying to map it a certain way where, like, you're going for this type of synergy, this type of, trying to harmonize essentially that type of effect going on, right? Characters don't know what's going to happen, but you as a creator do. And as you're writing the story and working on the story, you can harmonize the images with the text, and then harmonize that with the storytelling, and then it happens over and over again, to the point where as though what you create in the end exists almost because of the thing that's next to it, or something like that. It's an interesting thing. I don't know how to perfectly explain it, but it's interesting. Okay, so we go here. We have these dudes. They move out the way. That comes down, hits the ground. There should probably be some sort of like shadow here, maybe. I wonder, like, can I get away with that? Something there. Oh my god. Okay. So if I pick this, then I like some sort of moving shadow. Maybe I could. Maybe I could. Yeah, maybe I could. I'll think about that later. I like the little background touches there. I'm gonna add more to it, but that's basic enough for me to be able to like utilize. It's all I really need in this stage. Any type of background where I've kind of gone above and beyond is mainly because I'm learning and I'm using a certain specific reference, and that's just gonna help me later type thing. But for this one, I'm like, all right, like honestly, I may even blur this part of the background just to make you focus on the blade coming down, right? Because that's what you're supposed to be focusing on. So that's there's that. I don't like the idea, honestly, of blurring backgrounds for the most part. But at the same time, you're doing storytelling here, right? So the things you have to sacrifice are usually to up the storytelling, you know? So it's understandable if you do end up doing it. Alright, so as I was saying, I was supposed to be working backwards, or I don't know how much of this was on recording, but yeah. Working backwards, looking at the backgrounds I've created. I've done a bunch of little detail and stuff like that, like a little bit of stuff here. I gotta put some characters in the background here. We got like some, you guys know what that is. I'm not even gonna tell you what that is. Like, you know what those shapes are. You know, get some stuff here. A little bit of detail here and there. Again, I have to add more characters in the background. I might have to put some characters here along this area. That could be fine. Added these shapes here to kind of fill in this area. Some birds. So I'm kind of pleased with that page there. This page here, the bunch of characters here are kind of stand-ins. So I have to finish off these characters and clothes and all that good stuff. Put a little bit of shapes and stuff here and there, but for the most part, it's not that filled. This one's decent, I guess. Still have to finish those things off there, and I put a bunch of stuff here as well, all drawn stuff there. Yeah, I'm cool with this as well, but yeah, for the most part, I'm getting this stuff done at a decent like quality level as far as roughs go. Still have a. All right, I'm gonna be real. I'm a little bit fatigued from drawing so many people. Like, sometimes you gotta be a little, like serious about, what you're doing, and yeah. But here's the thing, right? The job is dictated by, I guess, the story you're telling, and I guess what you want to look like. And since I don't want my story art to slack in that way, I have to put in the effort, right? And the more effort I put into it, the more it'll become easier later, when I want to keep doing that. Also kind of see a lot of arcs you start doing in comics as a way to kind of prepare you for your later arcs, which they are, right? It's literally happening before the thing you get to later. And if you don't start drawing your backgrounds now, like at a certain quality level that you're looking for, if you don't start drawing your character art at the quality level you're looking for now, then you're essentially accepting the way it is now, right? You're like, oh, this is good enough, but it's not really what I want. So at the end of the day, you're going, it's up to you to put in that effort to make yourself happy in that way. And since I know I want to be able to draw crowds, I'm going to keep practicing it. I'm going to keep getting better at it. I'm going to keep trying instead of just dialing it in and just being like, no, I don't want to do that or something like that. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm a little fatigued from it, but that doesn't, I don't want to rush it, right? So yeah. My schedule when it comes to posting, right? I have two different types of schedules when it comes to my comics. I would love to, I am going to find a way to draw 10 chapters this year. Right? Chapters are about 20 pages long if I include the cover art, right? They're usually going to be 17 or 19 pages and then include the cover art, right? So around 20 pages a pop for a chapter. My posting schedule is only, I post 5 pages every week, right? Which is decent, right? But it's I don't need to even do that if I were to be posting up to date, because that's literally 20 pages, and I don't even need to produce 20 pages. So that's the good part, right? So it gives me a little leeway there, right? I'm only gonna be I would have essentially 3 days where I won't need to think about that type of thing. And that's a decent amount of time. So I give myself that. Also, I have older chapters that I'm posting right now. So it gives me a little bit more time to create more content for everybody and not have to worry about essentially rushing my stuff out. That's something you also need to think about if you're trying to, create content for people and have deadlines hanging over your head. It's like, well, how do you make sure you get above the deadline? By just being ahead by a lot. Being ahead by a lot, and also being diligent in what you're trying to do and accomplish. Yeah, you can stay ahead. The whole point is to try and stay ahead. But yeah, I like this page. And again, most of the characters I draw on my backgrounds have to start off bold, and then I have to come up with a hairstyle for them. It's funny. Because at the same time, they're like background characters, right? A lot of people, they try to like not put a lot of detail into the background characters, and I understand. It's a storytelling thing where you want your main characters to look interesting. You don't want people to be interested in your background characters. But I also feel like, well, I kind of want to put a certain level of effort into my background characters anyway. They don't need to look as cool and dynamic as my main characters. But even in a basic level, you can put a little effort into them and make them look like they've lived a life, or living a life, I guess. You don't want your characters to be walking around next to people who look like cardboard cutouts of what people are supposed to be, type thing. Like they're not real at all. So I wanna do a little bit. Even a little bit, I feel like goes a long way, because some people do end up creating those types of characters. And yeah, I enjoy putting in the effort of doing that, so that's why I'm going to do it. So at the end of the day, you're the artist creating your story, and your art. Sometimes, right? I am, right? I am the artist creating my story at the end of the day. And that means that at the time of creating this thing, I'm the one who wants to be happy creating it. And if I'm not, then it's my fault if I'm the one who put it out there, you know? That looks like my king a little bit, but like more exaggerated shaped here and there. I think my son is raging in a video game downstairs. I think he's getting beat up in Roblox or something. I don't know. He'll be fine. Are you working on this alone? Do you have any editors, etc.? I'm working on this alone. I'm my main editor. I have a group of friends that I share my artwork with, and we kind of help each other out on each other's projects and stuff like that with advice, peer editing type thing, as far as like reading through and making sure things make sense and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I have a group of friends who help me out with the bulk of like editing and things of that nature. They're also very skilled and talented individuals who work on their own projects, including comics, animation, video games. Yeah, they're amazing. Hit it like that. Let's see. Better. I've always wondered, well, more so, I've wondered recently, if you guys know about the artists who do like the recall method of drawing, where, you know, they essentially memorize form and their method for going about drawing a thing. They kind of just draw straight from their head certain things, which I feel like every artist can kind of do some of that, but they can, like, they do it so well that, you know, they look like they're not like normal doing it, I guess. Like they have an upper level of it, like they have a higher level thing too. I always wondered, do they practice gesture drawing anymore? Should probably go ask somebody about that. Like, I feel like that's interesting. That'd be an interesting thing to know. Because, like, you know, gesture drawing is, you know, you're trying to find the rhythm and flow of the body and the form and stuff, you know, and center line, the blah 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 blah, and you know, they're like, I can see this thing in my head, you know, and I can just draw from that. And I'm just like, okay, so when I practice it myself, I always have a difficult time, probably because I'm just not used to certain forms or positions of the body or something like that. You know, the reason why people draw under drawings, right, is to give themselves the confidence to start adding in the wrinkles and the folds on top of that form, so they feel like it's closer to accurate because they actually can see what that limb is bending or stretching or something, right? Or stretching that form, where that would be. To take that away, you're just going, okay, you know what the human body is, you know what it does. Create now the outer form of that thing, right? You're going, I have a person and they're wearing a shirt and they are folding, they're like, they have their hands on their hips, right? And you're like, okay, word, like, guy, you know. And here's the funny part, you know, like I said, everybody starts off bald when I draw. So like, that means I'm already failing at this because I don't even, you know, think about like that. So I'm like, all right, cool person, you know, and they've got like, you know, here, whatever, and that, and it's like, okay, well, now we gotta create this. They have the shirt on, right? So it's like, all right, where's that? Right, put that there, I guess. And okay, I already failed, right? Because if your arms are like bent and then touching your, what is it called, your hips, and that means that your shoulders are higher. So that means you gotta like think about like, all right, like, well, not that high, but like, okay, like maybe it's that high, and then you're like, okay, so I guess I'll put like this here because they have the shirt on, so like it wouldn't like be exactly the human form. Then we got like, yes, yeah, and we got another, you know, fold there or something. Yeah, it's a bit difficult for me, probably because I just haven't practiced it that much, but I always wondered about how to improve it. I guess I would just have to just keep doing it, right? Like I guess I would just have to keep practicing it. Okay, and so you have like that there, and you have like your fingers there, and then like your other finger, and if this is here, maybe some shirt here, and I guess you do something similar on the side. Okay, and finger there, and spread the other fingers here, and okay, and something like that. I don't know. Yeah, always. Okay, and if this is there, little wrinkle there, little thing there, the collar joint, right? It's probably too big. But yeah, usually, like I said, when I do it, I feel like my characters look a little bit stiffer, probably because I'm just thinking too much. But right now, my lines don't look as stiff, so that's nice. It's nice. Okay, you got the midsection. It's right there, and then you just have like pants. It's like, okay, but if I want ripped jeans, like okay, like, all right, got like a hole there, and then we have like this thing. Well, actually, no, it's too far down. So that'll be there, and like here, and something like this, I guess. I don't know. Then we have the knee thing, and that there, and here, and then you'd have shoes or socks, right? You'd have like socks. That could be cool. And you have like those socks with the joint in the front. Yeah. I don't know. So Like it's, I think, yeah, I could get better with it, I guess. I guess in a way I use it sometimes. Not very often, but I use it sometimes. Coming up with forms and things of that nature, but yeah. I kinda guess I wanna improve at it since I'm thinking about it so much. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I don't know. Guess I wanna improve at it. Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. I just know he's on a layer that I'm gonna erase eventually. Maybe that's what he's looking at. He's like, why is that guy down there? What's happening? but yeah, I always wondered about that, you know. I guess the more you're conscious in your art, the more effort you're putting into thinking about it, the better you'll be when you're drawing it, right? If you just turn your brain off and just let yourself flow, I don't know. Unless it's something you do all the time, like you're drawing a character you draw all the time, or you're drawing like a certain thing, like a certain pose or something you've done a bajillion times. You can only, I guess, get out of it what you put in, right? So if you're conscious and you're trying to learn all the time when you're drawing, then that means when you don't have, you know, those references, if you will, those things in front of you, if you've been learning from references and taking notes, even mentally, or writing them down, you're going to be able to put them into your art every single time again, right? So I guess I'm trying to make more of a conscious effort to get that to happen with my own art. I guess that's why I thought about that, because I guess want to get better at this recal method thing. But at the same time, I wonder if I'll lose all this practice I've done with gesture drawing. But maybe that's silly. You know, maybe that's silly. Alright, I think we have... I don't know if that's a bot in the chat, guys, but yeah, Miriam, Big Ick, I don't, okay, Vum that today, okay, I don't know what that is, don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, okay, alright, okay, they put their hands in their pants here, okay, and yeah, okay, cool, I understand. I don't really need to touch that anymore. I'm just gonna hurry up and put some clothes on this lady here. And that'll be that. So what type of clothing should I put on this lady? Alright, so I know what type of clothing I'm gonna put on. Okay, loading something. Okay. Put some gloves here. It's like a person returning to their workstation. Okay. I think that these go around a certain way. How do they work? So those goes around, right, goes around like this. Something like that. And then these come around that. And then we have like a knot. then these, that. I believe that these kind of go wrap around like twice-ish. Could be wrong if I remember correctly. It does something like that. And yeah, everything kind of like hangs a little bit like this. All right. And now we have the shirt being all scrunched up because of the string here. And then a little bit extra there. I think that works, right? Alright, and I'm not even gonna, I think thin pants should do just fine. Actually, I don't like her foot anymore. I think the other type of foot was boring, so that's why I wanted to change that. Yeah, I'm okay with that, I guess. That's cool. Now what type of hair we want? Short hair maybe? Other person with short hair? That's kind of boring. I guess I could do something like that then. There we go. And you probably won't even notice it. You probably won't even, you know, notice it or see it. I won't even suggest, yeah, you know, it's all good. No, it does kind of suck. You definitely want people to notice and see things, right, that you're working on. But the more important thing, I guess, is that you do it so that you can do it again later, type thing, right? You learn how to do something so that you can take that skill and move it somewhere else later. So I know I'm going to be drawing crowds, and I want to add variety of character, what's it called, character designs and different body types and all that good stuff in there. And yeah, I'm gonna draw it and do something with it. Now, comic-wise, I'll tell you now, I will adjust the sizes of things to make them easily understandable and viewable and seeable and all that good stuff. So that is something that may happen, but for the most part, I believe that some of this, a decent amount of this, might not be seen. I think the important thing is to not burn yourself out of that type of thing, even if you know about that, right? Like, oh no, people aren't going to see that? Oh, now I'm sad. It's like, no, I've been doing this for a while. The best thing about like doing comics, I guess, or doing anything creative like this, is you just learn on the job, if you will. The more you do, the more you learn about what you could have done better the next time. But here's the thing, you don't get that next time necessarily. You get the next chapter, and the next chapter could be a different type of story moment. So you're learning consistently if you're paying attention to how you're doing that story. What you do get is a new start to every new chapter and a new start to every new arc. You know, it's possible to start off like introducing a character and then later like reintroduce them. Like, you can do that. You can like literally be like, something changed, status quo changed about said character or whatever, and then give them a new lease on life and give them a new start. And when you do that, you have another chance to introduce them the way you wanted to, or a better way than the first chapter you tried to do with them. The important thing is create an enjoyable character who is enjoyable for somebody out there. A pleasant character, an interesting character, or something like that to get people into. Believe it or not, you know, your artwork doesn't have to be amazing. Your artwork doesn't have to be the Sistine Chapel of manga or comics or whatever you're working on. But since most people attach to characters they like, right? Just make an enjoyable character. I don't mean a like super persuasive, I love this character from chapter 1 type thing. Most of the characters you really like, you like them because they do a thing or they say a thing, you know, from first glance, right? They have a different, they go about operating in the world that they're in a little differently from other characters, that which makes them stand out. And they're usually juxtaposed right next to characters who kind of don't stand out, right? And depending on what their solution to a problem is, or how they go about doing things, how they talk, how they laugh, all these things imprints on you, and you go, man, I think that person's nice, or that person's interesting, right? And then you eventually go, I like that character. And once a reader likes a character, you know, they might stick around, even if a story doesn't seem like it's like that amazing. They're sticking around for the ride because it's not like the story hopefully isn't like hard to follow. If it's easy to follow, and the character is interesting enough for people to enjoy them, they're willing to go through a certain amount of that, see what's going to happen next with that character and that world they live in. So what I'm really saying is, you don't have to make a perfect start to something, you just have to make a decent one. And making a decent one does take some sort of effort. But as long as you had the thought process to try and make something decent in the beginning, everything else is only going to get better if you really wanted to. Your writing's going to get better if you wanted to. Your art's going to get better if you wanted to. Your process is going to get better. Your workflow, stuff you learn about yourself, all that stuff is going to improve. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sketch in these characters here. So usually I listen to music while I'm streaming with you guys. You guys have like the stream music, and I usually have music in my ears or whatever. Today, not at all. I'm actually just consciously here and talking. Kind of funny. I'm actually thinking about the form right now, like, what do my characters wear again? And what shoulder is this one little part thing? And I could literally just zoom out and look at it, guys. I could literally just zoom out and look at it. It's literally right there. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. That just tells me I haven't drawn them enough yet. I did a lot. So, I love these characters already. I've kind of been waiting to introduce said characters. These three girls that I keep drawing together in some of these pages for years on years on years. And like, yeah, it means a lot to just get to this part in the story. And yeah, I've only drawn them literally this chapter, so I'm like, oh yeah, what do they wear again? You know, like sometimes characters go through a bunch of like changes and stuff like that. Like as far as like character designs and stuff go. They haven't done too much as far as changing goes, but I definitely, yeah, I was just trying to do that for an exercise. I did not need to do that. Okay, so it's this one here, and this up here. This one's here. There we go. And they go about to the knee, I believe. Yep. Yeah, for me, the storytelling, for me, comics is where it's at with storytelling, and for me, as far as creator goes, My favorite aspect is just the thumbnailing and storyboarding aspect of it all. I love placing and composition. Yeah, it makes me feel like some sort of mad scientist. Yo, how's it going, Tay? How you been? No, no, yeah, go with that. Why did I create this as her? It's not supposed to be her. Let me go. Okay, it's not you. It's you. Alright. There we go. Hope you're doing okay today. Haven't really gotten to speak to you in a little bit. Yeah, I've been busy working on renovating, or I guess it's renovation. Working on my daughter's room. She's finally getting her own room. And I hope she enjoys it. She liked the way we did some of the changes to her room from what it previously looked like. We did like some flooring, some painting, you know, getting furniture and stuff later. Yeah. How the heck did I make her a necklace? What's happening? That's funny. Awesome. Yeah. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. Ugh, look at that. It looks so stiff. That's that form. Slightly better. I've also got to say I finally warmed up to, like, I probably see this like every stream, guys. I'm still, I guess I'm still warming up. I'm still warming up to just being digital, like working digitally on things. And yeah, by doing it so much, I guess recently I'm finally like feeling like there's a form that it's finally started to feel a bit natural, right? It took a long time for it to get that way, but like, yeah, it finally starting to feel natural. The funniest thing is, like, I've gone through so many like brushes and sets of this and that, paper texture, this and that. I've spent a decent amount of money on things. It's always like, you know, sale time. Like, okay, we got some money. Let's go try out a brush. Okay, buy this pack of brushes. Okay, word. I always like these brushes, but over time, there's a feeling of non-immediacy to it all, you know? Like, oh, where did I put that brush? I gotta go find that brush in order for me to like my art that I'm drawing on here, or that type of thing. Once I got the brushes I liked, one of the things I noticed about digital is it has too many options in certain areas, right? But like the most successful art apps are the ones that you can just get on them and start going. And that means that the default tools work pretty well, I guess. Or I guess if you're more trained, it just has the right tools there, not like the best tools, but the right tools. So whereas though you get on there and you just start drawing anyway, it doesn't matter how amazing the thing is, as long as it's familiar enough. And yeah, it took me a while to get there, but basically, you can improve your production by just getting rid of tools, honestly. Simplifying your workstation is better than cluttering it with a bajillion brushes that you probably aren't even going to use for anything. So now I mainly use this brush. It's a Daub brush, I think that's how you pronounce it. And I downloaded so many of these brushes, right? And here's the fun, like I have a bunch of brushes here, right? These are just the ones that I liked, right? I downloaded and bought these things off of Gumroad or whatever. Downloaded a folder. I think my folder is like 10 gigabytes or something. I'm like, how? Like, when did I get all these brushes? Like, what the heck? Some of them are for like Procreate. I just store them on the PC. Yeah, don't come at me. Don't come and be crazy. But like, yeah, like I've tried out all these brushes and I think they're awesome. They're fantastic. But what I really just want is a tool that's reliable that can make marks that I like, And I just, the inking brush on Clip Studio is perfectly fine. I'm, I guess, looking for things with a little bit of texture to them. And I found them. I found some decent texture brushes and some decent pencil brushes. And that's all I really needed. And the funny part is, all these Daub brushes, right? But while I'm doing this phase, I'm trying to make this as simple and as immediate as possible. And this is the only brush I use from that set. I've been using it for just, anything I can think of. Like, as a decent little texture to it. I can use it for line work. As far as it's for sketchy line work to me, right? It doesn't have the crispiest line, I guess, but it also does. It also doesn't look bad from far away. My documents are huge. This page zoomed into 100%, right? Like, you're probably never gonna see it at 100%. Honestly, when you post something online, you're probably gonna see something at around 25% at the most, right? At the most. So that's literally about here. That's like as big, like, I mean, like, you're gonna, like, if I were to like upload this thing and get it up there, this is 25% of like this page, which means there'd be no more zooming in from this point. This will pop up. You click the joint, this would be the zoom in scale literally right here, and everything you can see from here is what you'd only be able to see as far as detail goes. And this is just fine. This is fine enough. You can tell what's happening. You can see the people, you can see stuff there, blah, blah, blah. But you're not going to see anything more than this when it comes to detail. And that's something you need to think about when you're uploading certain things. But yeah, so I try to get things done with like one or two tools, definitely for mark making. But another thing is, now I use the quick access menu on Clip Studio, and I just save all my favorite tools there. Quick setting stuff, got my layer select lasso tool. Sometimes I like to use rectangular, sometimes I'll use polygonal, whatever you want to call it. They call it the polyline, right? Then I got my Daub brush joint. These are the two pencils I used to use all the time. I had a thick one and a thin one, same brush, different sizes. I bought the, I think it was a Sagen brushes, and I like this texture brush. And then got the G pen and a darker pencil joint I was using. Got soft airbrush and an eraser tool that I could literally, I don't really need that. I could just flip the dang on pen around and just erase with it. Then I have a bunch of just values. I got transparent color, black, then I have all these values, and then I have white, and then I have this figure. Why is that even there? What yeah. And then I have these things, right? I don't remember what these are for. I think they're like layer colors that I try to use. But green is basically for things I like to do in backgrounds and stuff like that. So for the most part, that's like my little setup. And everything else underneath, honestly, I don't even use this stuff, but it's there if I want to. Now, if I start getting faster, then I'll use it more. Like great good stuff like, you know, create draft layer and new layer. Is that new layer? Let's check. No, it is a new chapter. Aha! I don't know if y'all can see this. Yeah, you guys can't see this. This is it's on my screen, but yeah, it's basically like, yo, you wanna create another like chapter? Here's your settings for creating a new chapter. 600 dpi, you know, like color, layers, you know, pagination, story information, all that good stuff. And here's your setup, and you can basically just click OK, and boom, it'll start creating it for you. It'll put up all the pages, all that good stuff. Cancel. But yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff here. Quick access menu is great. Definitely use it if you want to clean up your workspace on Clip Studio. Alright, so here. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Of course, I've got the it's there. This is this. And I feel like, yeah, this is supposed to be up here. Yeah. Okay. All right. It goes that way, so her hair goes this way. Really like the way it's looking so far. been looking good for a while, in my opinion. Yeah, the step after this, which I guess I'm gonna do off stream, is gonna be the most, I would say, important aspect of this. It's like, it's a step that I need to do to really harmonize everything. But for the most part, yeah, things are going well as far as the harmony goes, in my opinion. So we come back to that one. And this one, I gotta fix that up as well. And this one's just fine. Alright, so scroll through. What are the other ones? There's this page here. And these pages up here, so. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, you go over there. Yeah, I was working my butt off on these backgrounds. I did this stuff on stream a little bit. Like I said, the best part about... Look at this person. The best part about, I guess, drawing, putting in this effort is just that, well, there's two ways. This is just my sketching layer, my sketching phase, and, I'm gonna go over all this stuff. This is basically what my underdrawing quality looks like. So I can make a lot of edits from this point. And the other part is that I do this stuff physically, like traditionally. So I'm just gonna use this as an underdrawing. I'm gonna be able to draw directly on it, which will allow me to, I guess, get a certain amount of fun out of that. Because I always enjoy drawing physically or traditionally a little bit more. It also gives me a certain level of restraint, right? I'm also going to be drawing this with pencil and maybe inking certain parts of it here and there, which also tells my brain, hey, don't overdo certain aspects of this because it's going to smudge, you know. So it literally gives me a certain bit of control. Yeah, I don't particularly enjoy inking on the computer that much unless it is work that doesn't require a certain level of line work to it. But for the most part, yeah, I gotta add some little details here and there to these people. Definitely these three right here. But other than that, I think I put detail into most of the other characters. There's one other person back here that I gotta add something to. Yeah. Okay. So now I can start, I believe, adding in the panel borders, because from what I remember, this page was one of the most worked on I have ever done on well, even on stream I did this stuff. So I'd worked on all this. I did that by hand, those the signage or whatever. I added in all this stuff here. Yeah, I figured out all this stuff here. Yeah, so I don't really have to change much there. I'll final follow that. It's cool. There's 2 pages before that. I added in the, so some reason I thought I think I just added in the background stuff in black. Yeah, that doesn't look very good to me. So I'll definitely be editing these pages a little bit to make them work or flow better in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. And page 1 here has, again, its backgrounds in black. I did not finish working on this page, but there's still, if I spend about, let's say, 3-ish hours, though honestly it would take a lot less than that. All I need to do is just fly through and do the character art and stuff like that. I should be able to finish it quickly. Some of this stuff is definitely stuff I could do physically or traditionally once I'm done with these pages layout and stuff, but I like to get it all done digitally first so it's already there and I don't have to think about anything. And then I don't have to, work so hard when I'm trying to finish something. I'm just editing things, Okay. We have the littlest bit of time left in stream. So I'm gonna try and set up some of this stuff quickly. Did I already have this stuff over here? Where would that be? What would that look like? It's another thing I don't like in okay, new frame folder. Is that what it is? Yes. Alright, cool. So here's my new frame folder. This is page 1. And what else do I need? I need that tool. Okay, this is this tool. Okay, that's fine. Or is it? It's not this tool. It's another tool. Which should be a special ruler. Okay, well. What's this tool here then? Yep. Hold down Shift. Okay. Cool. And then where is that thing? Here? Right. So we're not actually there yet. Dang, I don't have this over here. Should. Let me see. Can I put that there? Alright, cool. Good, good. Alright. Slowly but surely we are going to figure this out. Can I put this next to this joint? And of course it pushes it down. Separate change order. Yes, I can drag it. Okay, good. Something just changed, didn't it? Aha, because it turns to this. Why? Why did it change into that? Okay, well, yeah, more fiddling I need to do later. But now that's near that, I can actually just... Right, what am I doing? I can just cut where I need to. So, about here, Shift. Alright, cool. And go back up here to here. Okay, it's doing that thing again, where two of them are selected. Okay, have to do more fiddling here. So we have that, we have this. Okay. Alright, cool. Does that fix it? Still doesn't fix it. Okay, that should fix it, I guess. Alright, so click here, go up to the top, expand these things further. Okay, this is both going to be all the way to the end, so I don't really need a border for that at all. Same thing kind of for this. It's a pretty big panel. And I mean technically this one as well goes to the end. Except no, it goes straight up, right. Okay, got it. So that's what the shape of that is. save from that point. Click off of that layer. And there we go, we got our panel cuts for that page. I'm not gonna just oh, actually missed that. Let's see, can I back step? Let's read it. Undo. Alright. So panel cutter joint is where? Right here. I missed this one right here. Okay, now I can go ahead and go over here. And now, I mean, it's still relatively same. I just was missing that one right there. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Cool. We'll definitely be adjusting the art as I see fit. But yeah, for the most part, that's kind of like what we're gonna be, well, what I'm gonna be doing, I guess, a little off camera or whatever. So yeah. Thanks everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate the company. Sorry that my mic was not on when I thought it would be. I thought it was on. I was talking for like 30 minutes and I did not notice. So apologize for that. But yeah, if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I will be like I said, I will be updating my Patreon with figure drawing and model reference, you know, sketches and stuff like that, for just, I guess, extra content and just show you guys what I do when I warm up for pages or essentially just drawing in general. So I'll be doing more of that. I don't really post those anywhere anymore. I never really understood how to make it work anyway, so I just like, you know what, I'll post those in Patreon. On Patreon, I think that's decent content. The Divinity will be updated on Sunday as it usually is. Actually, no, I think not this Sunday, but next Sunday, it should be updated. We're starting chapter 6, I believe. So look out for that on Webtoon. Yeah, for the most part, I'll see you guys on Monday. The stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 9 p.m. Usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So yeah. Again, thank you so much. And I'll see you guys next time. Alright everybody, peace.